You know what? I love Christian music, but even bigger, I love music because God made music. The closer we get to the Creator, the more creative we get. And so that's what we do. When God's in it, it's powerful. It can change the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Christian music has never been bigger, and in 2015 we saw around 400 albums released in Christian music. For the 4th annual We Love Christian Music Awards, top favorites were chosen in 24 categories, and you, the Christian music fan, voted for the winners. Coming up, we'll hear from the nominated artists about the rapidly growing quality and quantity of the industry. Find out who you chose as winners in multiple categories, and in the process, discover why we all love Christian music. The song has always been the vehicle by which the message is transmitted, and now, more than ever, artists are putting all their focus on constructing that message.
The beautiful thing about songwriting is that it's applicable anywhere.
Christian music is literally the only genre where the lyrics matter as much as they do.
In Christian music, it's all about the message, you know?
I think the most important thing is crafting songs. I think that's the thing, man.
I think words and ideas have the ability to shape hearts and minds and culture for that matter. Artists have a huge responsibility.
I love songwriting, I love it, and I think the tricky thing isn't writing songs, the tricky thing is trying to figure out where they're gonna go.
We've got the entire Bible worth of words. I know that we can continue to come up with creative and inspiring ways to inspire the church.
The Pros Award.
Singer, Songwriter, Album of the Year.
Many cliches about living this life are true. The path is worn, but for us, it's new. Your heart goes out. I can hear your song. The signal is getting stronger. Strong. I can hear it in your voice. You would rather be anyone else when those voices in your mind are anything but kind. I love you just the way that you are. Be kind to yourself. Show me what you see when you look at me. We have stains, it's true. But when your light shines through, we all look like stained glass windows to you. There is love that covers, so come. Come and taste the living water that he gives. Come, oh come, do you know who Jesus is? No more guilt, no more shame. You say that I'm yours forever. You call me saint instead of sinner. Hallelujah, God. I am condemned no more.
I love Christian music, and it's such a huge influence even on my music today. When I saw my very first Amy Grant record on vinyl, I remember just being so blown away and just so excited.
I grew up on Christian music. So I'm one of those kids, you know what I mean? And so Christian music was like a part of the culture in which I grew up in. So it's very nostalgic for me at times.
What we know as adult contemporary music, or AC, or inspo, the softer side of pop and rock, is nothing new, but it's as big as ever.
The Softlight Award.
Adult Contemporary, Inspirational Album of the Year.
Your love is like a mighty fire deep inside my bones. I feel like I could climb 1,000 mountains all at once, and I never have to wonder if somebody cares for me. I love the Maker, and the Maker loves me. He knows every hurt and every sting. He has walked the suffering. He knows. He knows. Let your burdens come undone. Lift your eyes up to the one. First, I want to seek you. I want to seek you first. His love will wrap around you and hold you close. Get lost in the surrender. Breathe it in until your heart breaks. Wherever you are, whatever you did, it's a page in your book, but it isn't the end. Your Father will meet you with arms open wide. This is where your heart belongs. Come running like a prodigal. Come running like a prodigal. Come running like a prodigal. Ooh, oh, oh, oh.
Although adult contemporary is where Christian music exploded and continues to thrive, some of the best Christian music of the year was as much about the hook as it was about the lyrical weight.
Some of my favorite pop artists.
Some of my favorite pop artists would definitely be
favorite pop artists.
People like LZ7.
LZ7.
A band from Germany called Good Weather Forecast.
I like Capital Kings.
Another UK kind of pop artist called Governor B.
Owl City. I know
Toby Mac.
Toby Mac.
You know, you want to entertain, but you want to write a song that turns people's eyes to God. But you want to write a song where your voice sounds pretty good. And you want to write a song where it's a hot beat, or the melody's sick, or the guitar riff is dope, you know. So there's all those things, man. There's this balancing act that you're always doing.
You know, I think it's important to have good pop music that glorifies Jesus, because it's the type of music that people are always going to sing. It's the kind of music that people are going to remember. And so if you can have that type of music that's fun, that's catchy, that everyone's going to be singing when they're doing whatever they're doing and throughout their day, but it's also glorifying Jesus, it is that much more edifying.
The Hook Award, Pop Album of the Year.
We have a vast selection.
We have some, from what I see, some newcomers and some people that have been around for a little while.
We have people like Kevin Max who've been around forever, and I'm super excited.
We remember him from the DC Talk days. Matt Carney.
I'd say he's probably my favorite pop artist.
Because we're dance music based, I like some of the artists that have a little bit more dance music flavor in them.
Love Jonathan Tulin. I'll never forget hearing him with Transform DJs very first time.
We love his music.
And we were absolutely blown away with the talent that he has.
It's good to have positive pop music that, you know, is glorifying Jesus. I think that's super important.
Over here we have our equalizers in effect.
The remix has emerged from a B-sides sideshow to being a legitimate art form in its own right. And as the talent and remixers developed over the years, we experienced a 2015 where the reimagined songs were just as good, if not better, than the originals.
Remix Song of the Year.
Already made up my mind, and I'm not gonna waste my time. Your love never fails. I know I still make mistakes, but you have new mercies. Putting all over the place. I'm an errand dog, navigation lost, trekking through the universe. Never thought that I would be the one to give up first.
Since I was like 6 years old, I used to tell my parent, I would like run outside and play that I was in Twister. And they'd be like, "Stop, life isn't a movie." I'm like, "Yes, it is."
And another way a song gets a fresh take is how an artist presents it in a music video. From new technology to great storytelling to killer dance moves, the visual bar continues to be raised.
When I actually got to mix music with video, I think the message comes across so much stronger because you're getting visual and you're getting all this different stuff that you wouldn't just get with the music. And then you have music as well. And so I think it just triple, if not quadruples, the power of the message. And if you actually do the video right, it can really make it. Because sometimes videos have absolutely no purpose whatsoever for the song. But if it does enhance the song, that's what I think the importance is.
trying to pull off this crazy one take, a lot of moving parts, a lot of planning.
My chest, just take one look in my eyes and they will confess. I feel your heart beating right next to me.
Worship music is as old as the church itself, but when it comes to Christian music, there's been an undeniable explosion in vertical music lifted high.
The reason why I think it's really blowing up, so much, across, I guess you could say, the Christian music industry, is because that's what people long for. They long for songs that really relate and come from a genuine place.
I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Then sees my soul, my Savior.
For the most part, in a postmodern, post-Christian culture that's completely biblically illiterate, they can't afford just to hear songs sung to God because they don't know who God is. And so what we're seeing now more than ever before that I think is exciting is that we're realizing that worship all along wasn't just songs about God or even songs sung to God, but they're songs sung with God.
As I was listening to some of the nominees for the Encounter Award, it was the first time I'd heard of Aaron Gillespie or Amanda Cook. And so it was fun to hear their voices. Aaron, when I listened to his music, I couldn't help but kind of think a little bit of U2 and Bono a little bit. They weren't super polished in a very good way, so I really like that about his voice. Amanda, I thought her voice was just wow. She has an exquisite voice. It was just almost transparent, just so much breath and air. And I always go for the kind of more avant-garde, not so radio kind of song. Christy Nockels, now I've known her for a long time. Yeah, she's just phenomenal. And I think what the Passion Movement is doing is very powerful. And I'm really glad she's there in the center of that, and she's been there for a long time. Matt Redman, his voice is just so honest and so, just so heartfelt. Matt Maher, come on, that song, Because He Lives, it makes me so mad. I just wish I'd written that song, that chorus is just so good, and he's just fantastic. He's such a great writer and such a great human being.
Worship music isn't the only genre currently exploding in Christian music. Faith-forward Christian hip-hop, or CHH as it's quickly becoming known, is reaching a whole new generation with high-quality music that talks about real-life experiences and a real God, getting the attention of not just the faithful, but the culture at large.
My first real influence, I feel like, in Christian hip-hop was Lecrae, as far as hearing music that was really relevant, that was in your face, and that sounded, honestly, from a production standpoint, as good as any other music out there, whether secular or whatever. It's expanding a lot. For a while, it's just Lecrae, just Andy, and those are the names that you hear the most. But there's so many artists that nobody even knows about.
God is literally using this Christian hip hop music to reach masses of people, and it's incredible to see.
Mainstream culture embracing Christian hip-hop has been huge. When you look at interviews that sway, I was with Andy Mineo or KB or Lecrae or whatever, I think that's super dope to see Christian hip-hop artists that are on BET, that are doing different things like that. I think that's been awesome. They might not agree with the message, but they can respect the music quality. And I think that's honestly one of the most important things, because if it sounds whack off the jump, people aren't going to listen to it.
Christian hip hop may sound a lot different, just a little bit different than the other genres of music that are out there. It still has the same ability to be so powerful, to influence the lives that it needs to.
Yeah, in the hyperword category, there's some really awesome artists. I would say that one of my favorite artists in that category is Jay Givens, actually.
Jay Givens, bars. This guy is so incredibly gifted.
I think that he is just a beast lyrically. He really has challenged me and encouraged me as I'm writing to really want to be better.
The lyrical ability he has to the different rhyme schemes he uses, and then his ability to the diversity that he brings with how he flows on the tracks is just incredible to me. Bars.
When I was first getting into Christian hip hop and I found out about Dre's music, that was one of the things that like really encouraged me that I could do it.
KB is passionate is the first word that comes to mind when I think of KB. I think if you've ever seen him live in concert or even listened to a lot of his music, a lot of it is like anthem based. And I think that passion bleeds through those two things. If you've seen him, he's a man on fire for Christ, and his passion just bleeds through the music he creates.
Roy Tosh, I know he's a really good dude, and he made some dope songs. On this project, we actually have a song that's called the same. I made a song called Never Die, and so did he. But yeah, man, he's been killing it. I really appreciate him.
I look up to these guys, and so it's incredibly humbling and an honor to be in the hyperword category.
Andy Mineo is killing it. Andy's best forte is him being witty, punchliney, and hype, and using his flow. I think that he's a beast, and he's killed it in tons of ciphers. He's done just such a good job.
Nobody told me you could die like this. Nobody told me you could die from bliss, yeah. Nobody told me we never ever ever saw it coming, no. Live it up, live it up. Nobody ever told us we could die like this. Live it up, live it up. Nobody ever told us we never saw it coming, no, no. Live it up, live it up. Nobody ever told us you could die like this. Live it up, live it up. Corrupted by the comfort we get. God prepare me for the war. Comfort be the thing that can make a king fall. Eyes on the low, gotta grip the blade of the soul. Tell me how you plan on getting sold if you don't ever get sold. Oh, they say Jimmy, it's the music for your call. If you jump in ship now, you was never on board. I got enemies, they wanna see me on the floor. I got frenemies, couldn't even tell you who they are. If you're not driven by the mission, you'll be driven by the cause. Focused on what you've been given, instead becoming who you are. I try to point them to the sun, but while they're calling me a star, I thought we set minds free with these bars. In this game, this biz, the fame, get rich, comfort, everybody.
A lot of people know this about me, that I grew up listening to Zoe Girl, Out of Eden, Rachel Lampa, Stacey Rico, Barlow Girl, Super Chick, Mary, all the old school Christian music. Well, actually a lot of them still do music, but a lot of the old school Christian music. Oh, Nicole C. Mullen, my favorite music. I actually used to do a lot of like dances in church to like Redeemer and Call on Jesus. I wasn't a good dancer, but I guess when you're like 12 years old, your parents don't want to break the news to you just yet. I remember when Zoe Girl would release songs that were specifically about dating relationships and how you should navigate through those being a Christian and loving the Lord. It was very intentional music, very straightforward music. And that means a lot to me to see other women doing that and being the kind of the pioneers for that and really inspiring me.
There still aren't a ton of positive female role models in music. And so it's been super awesome to see girls like kind of giving us that feedback that they're feeling like feeling encouraged and feeling, positivity from our music.
I feel like women are just, there's a lot of up and coming women in the music industry right now, specifically Christian music, and I think it's great for young girls to have people to look up to that are classy and you can still sing about life and what you love to do, but it's on a good platform. And yeah, I really am privileged to be one of those women that are coming up in the industry, so it's great.
Female Artist of the Year.
Before I bring my need, I will bring my heart. Before I lift my cares, I will lift my arms. Through the tears, through the pain comes a new day. Blown away, still amazed, you pursue me. Ain't no limit to the way you love. As your love, wave after wave, crashes over me, crashes over me. Oh, no matter what you've done or who you are, everyone is welcome in his arms, whatever may come. Your strength is enough, my heart is at peace, for greater is he. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Male Artist of the Year.
Andy Mineo, he has reinvented the game of Christian hip hop. Like it's just about real life and what he's going through, and he makes it fun. I just am a fan of him and his music. Matt Maher, he's such a smart guy, but he's very funny as well and really lighthearted and just really cool to be around. Plus, he's super talented. Grew up singing his songs in church, and he's just been like an icon for me in the Christian music industry. NF, man, his music is so intense and powerful, and I remember the first time I heard his stuff and it gripped my soul, like not just my heart, but like everything in me was like, wow, I can relate to this and what, you know, the circumstances that he had been through, and I just really appreciate him as a person. He's also a very dear friend of mine, so he's a great guy. Toby Mac, man, why I like Toby Mac? For so many reasons, but overall I just really love him because of the person that he is and his ministry and the love that he has for the people around him, and he's one of the best people that I've ever met in my life, and so I'm just grateful for him and his walk with the Lord. Jonathan Thulin is one of my really great friends in Nashville, and he was one of the first artists that I met and really reached out to me, and just is a great encourager and talked to me just about faith in the industry, and he has a killer voice. So I'm so stoked for him and what he has in the future, and I can't say enough good about him.
And how much better is it when artists get together? From a reunion of DC Talk to some indie powerhouses uniting forces to loved favorites getting together and even a sister act, artists are putting together more compelling team-ups than ever before.
We all bring different things to the table, you know what I mean? And I think that we all have different gifts. And I believe that the same rings true with the church. You know, we are the body of Christ and not all of us are ears, so we need to learn how to work together, and collaboration is part of that.
I think music collaboration is important for me because music is something that is made to be shared, and yeah, I've done a lot of music by myself, alone in a room, and there's something about the energy you get when you're doing it with somebody else.
Best Collaboration.
I'm tired, I'm drained, but the fight in me remains. I'm weary, I'm worn, like I've never been before. This is harder than I thought it'd be, harder than I thought. It's taken every part of me, harder than I thought, so much harder than I thought it'd be. Empty's never felt so full. This is what love, this is what love, this is what love feels like. This is what love, this is what love, this is what love feels like. Poured out, used up, still giving, stretching me out to the end of my limit. This is what love, this is what love feels like.
This is what it feels like. Poured out, used up, still willing to fight for it. This is what it feels like. Yeah. Yo, this is what it feels like.
Well, in all these ways, Christian music has grown and developed, and fans are simply reaping the benefits. But in a changing industry landscape, and one that's increasingly crowded, the challenges are many. Next time, we'll hear about artists who have made incredible music while overcoming old and new obstacles. On the next episode of Why We Love Christian Music, the awards special.